We're now on the late morning show. Elevensies with Lisa and Anton. Good morning. Today has been, how should we say, entertaining thus far.
Just slightly.
Yes. Presently you'll see a flying cat.
No, she's going to be dear and sweet.
She's anything but. I'm so sorry. Good morning and welcome indeed to our chaotic life. Elevensies with Lisa and Anton. I'm
Good morning,
Anton.
Kim.
And who are you?
I'm Lisa. Oh, and this is Skittle trying to let herself
go away. Oh,
Sound
we're
like
slightly
you're
ragtag and bobtailed this morning.
Just
I think
slightly
it's
ragtag.
the best way to describe it.
On a lonely
Please
quest.
go away. Okay, you've got to stop now, you obsessive cat. All right.
Well, for people who know me pretty well, they probably noticed yesterday I was a little under the weather. I'm still not
Good morning, Gilda.
doing very well. I
We're
seem to have some sort of infection in the soft tissue of my knee.
And
So it's making it a little bit difficult for me to get around. So I have an orthopedist's appointment today, which means that our free readings will move to next Wednesday.
Yeah, we're gonna have
so
to...
I'll be switching the Facebook event.
I do apologise, but you know, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody. So we're gonna move that back.
As it's Which Way Wednesday.
Which way?
I thought today we might talk about the tarot because it's becoming
Quite the thing.
A big subject again.
Good morning, Wendy.
I guess everything is cyclical. Good morning, Pam. And we know that about 100 years ago, the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, just over 100 years ago, the Rider-Waite-Smith deck.
1908 it was actually. And
Yeah.
it's sort of sometime
Came
between
into being.
08 and 09, and so more than 110 years ago now.
And the Tahote or the Thoth Tarot, Aleister Crowley's deck.
About the same.
They say that if you're holy, you call him Crowley, and if you're just esoteric, you call him Crowley. But
Lady
anyway.
Frida Harris illustrated that one. Do you know he never got to see it? He passed away before the deck was published. It's kind of sad.
Oh dear, that is sad.
It's one of those.
All right. So,
Anyway, moving on.
what's quite a legacy to leave behind.
Oh, indeed.
So, we've been in this business a long time. I've been reading over 30 years, and we've had the shop just 28 years.
Yep.
Next weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
It's our
Not the
28th
24th, but the Memorial Day weekend will be our 28th anniversary psychic fair. Hello, Carol.
So if you're out and about, come see us.
Yeah, so psychic fair on Memorial Day Saturday. It's always the last Saturday of the month. Anyway, so we've been doing this a very long time. And when I first started reading, it was a very quiet, secret kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
nobody did it.
You went to people's houses, or there were, a few hot spots in the metaphysical world where you could go.
Like Lilydale.
Or down to Herman Slater's place, the Magical Child. There were bits and pieces of places where you could find counsel. And then, of course, Laurie Cabot in Salem and things like that. And then I think in the 90s, psychic fairs kind of became a thing around here. And you could go and read at a fair, and it was very... Hi, Kendall.
I wasn't there until the end of the 90s.
It was a very interesting experience. There would be, hi, Savannah, maybe 10 or 12 or even more psychics, depending on the place. And you were seated like two people at a table, like you were in a fine dining hall, where there was place for a waiter to walk between and around. And it would be like the 1 o'clocks, and everybody would come and sit down, and you'd talk, and a bell would go off, and then they'd switch you another person.
How fascinating.
So,
how fascinating.
I'm not going to say that tarot wasn't popular then, but it was popular in a different way. People wanted to have a reading. Now it seems people want to be able to give readings. So, Madame Cleo in the 80s, yeah, right?
Didn't we have one of her? Well, we still
have it. We haven't opened it. We have a Madame Cleo tarot game that we have just for posterity. Yeah. Anyway, so now people want to be able to give readings, and it's quite fascinating to me that there are so many decks and oracles, and people always ask, the first question is, what's the difference between a tarot and an oracle?
Oh.
And when they ask that, I want to say, you should get an oracle because you obviously don't know what the tarot is.
Well, you could, but no, honestly, a lot of people don't know. And in fairness, come on. I mean, I understand. You know, for you, it's only obvious to you, Captain Obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's you. You live that world. You live that life. Somebody walks into our store and they're awakening to this, and they're suddenly hit with this bewildering. I don't know if you've ever been in, we'll find some footage or something and squeeze it in at some point. If you've ever been in and seen the absolute ridiculous plethora of decks that we have, oracles and tarot. Yeah, whoa. So of course I'm going to say, what's the difference?
So I'll finish my sentence now.
Yeah, what's the difference between an oracle? What's the difference between an oracle and a tarot?
Anyone can use an oracle deck. And if you are that bewildered and you don't know the difference between a tarot and oracle, then start with the oracle in a subject that speaks to you if you just want to give psychic readings, right? So an oracle has any number of cards and they're themed to a particular thing.
Right.
For example, Hannah, who reads today, uses the medicine card oracle, and she's really damn good at that. And a lot of people, when they come out from her room, are so inspired by her deck that they want to have a medicine card oracle for themselves. So we always make sure we have plenty of those.
I liked it so much I bought the deck.
Hannah also reads the tarot.
She does.
But reading the tarot is like understanding a secret language. So there are two schools of thought, and I'm going to tell you that I'm from the snobby old tarot reader school of thought.
I think you might be, actually. I think it might be showing a little.
No. Anybody can be psychic, and you can exercise your psychic abilities and train them, and you can get really good. You can look at an image and have something stand out to you, and you can look at the person and get a feeling for them. You can be empathic, you can be telepathic, you can be clairvoyant and hear things, you could be clairsentient and feel things, and you can do all of those things. But that doesn't mean you're reading the tarot, right? So if you just want to start reading and you want to exercise your psychic muscles and you want to help somebody and you want to counsel, then choose something that's going to speak to your theme, right? Angels, Mother Mary, mandalas, chakras, animal cards, gothic gummy bear, whatever they are. Well, gummy bear is an actual tarot.
It's a gummy bear tarot.
But
in a tin.
Pick something that's going to speak to you. And if you want to read the tarot,
well, you've got a bit of work.
Put the time in, but you will never be disappointed, because once you learn to read the tarot, you will be able to give accurate, poignant readings.
They tell a story.
They do.
So you said just a little bit ago, there's great secrets hidden in the tarot, and there
Absolutely.
are. And it's no surprise that, in fact, the name for the cards is Arcana, the major Arcana,
Arcane.
and it comes from arcane, meaning obscure or hidden secret.
Well, Amber says she loves our coffee mugs. Well, you got to come to the shop because we sell them. They're made especially for us by a potter.
Yes,
this one has a tree on it. We have some with pentacles and ravens and different colors. We have black, green, brown, blue. Moons
and brooms and all sorts. Hello, Sparky. You made it today. I think she sent a note last time saying sorry she missed it. So
all right.
Thank you for making
it. So learn the mysteries. Read about the people who were involved with the tarot. Read about Dion Fortune. Read some of Arthur E. Waite's head bleeding books.
You do need to read the pictorial
Eliphas Levi. Read, and get yourself a good, solid foundation for those 78 keys of wisdom. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't have to have a single psychic energy in your body.
That helps.
That certainly helps because you know which way to go with the reading.
Intuition.
But looking at the tarot and having no knowledge of the tarot, you're giving a psychic reading like you would without tarot. Reading the tarot is combining your psychic imagery with a system. It is a 78 card system. So put your time in and you will be amazed, honestly, how magical it is.
It is magical. But I wanna chuck in there, if you are drawn to it, then please don't feel put off by what we're saying. It's worth it. The journey is
Start with Rider-Waite-Smith, absolutely, because nothing is on there by accident.
Pamela painted such incredible pictures that they will speak to you. And, that's part and parcel of, when Lisa teaches one of her tarot classes, one of the things we ask you to do, or she asks you to do, because I don't teach this one. Hey?
You're going to give away my secrets, aren't you?
Meditate on the card.
Meditate on the card.
Meditate on the card. I'm not going to give away your secrets.
Okay.
Why would I give away your secrets?
Yes, meditate on the cards.
Meditate on the cards. They speak. The images themselves speak, and they really, really do. And it's almost worthwhile, spending a little time with the deck and then doing some digging into it in terms of, reading the material and studying the Fool's Journey. Definitely.
Right, like when we have our Tarot Talk Tuesdays, we try to explain some of the things on the cards. Why is this that color? Why is there this on this card? Why is the Fool number 0?
There is nothing on the cards that's there by accident.
So numerology plays a part. Color plays a part. All different kinds of myths and religions are in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge undertaking, but there's some fantastic books. The Kabbalist Tarot by Wang, The Pictorial Key, some books on high magic would be useful. A little bit of background in Druidry would be useful. A little bit of background in the craft of the wise would be useful.
It's a cracking.
A little bit of background in astrology would be useful. I mean, no, I'm not saying that if you have never read before, you have to start with an oracle. I'm saying that if you have no desire to learn to read the tarot, then an oracle might be better for you, because it doesn't come with the responsibility of that knowledge.
Well, I would put it this way, anybody could go out, if you've got the money, for want of a better word, could go out and buy a race car. Anybody could do that,
Can't drive it.
Doesn't mean you're going to win a race. Doesn't mean you're even going to get past round the first lap.
You might not even know how to drive a stick.
until such time as you've actually learned the techniques of driving a race car. And using the tarot, yes, you can get a lot out of it. And it can be tremendously personally fulfilling without any experience whatsoever.
Well, that's true, because those pictures are important.
However, if you're prepared to do a little work and really start to dig into it, then it opens up a whole another dimension that is completely, it's been there all along, but it's for most people it's hidden, hence,
hidden in plain sight.
Hidden in plain sight.
But think about the name of the book that comes with it.
The Pictorial Key.
The Pictorial Key. That's what they are.
They're
pictures that are keys to all kinds of things. In fact, when you look through the major arcana, you can see that, the magician is the alchemist. And there's so many things in there that are really worth, looking at. Like in Christopher Hughes' deck, he has the Hermit as Merlin. Well, of course,
Why not? Let's talk about it in a light there. That'll do it.
Yeah. So, it's worth that journey. I'm not trying to be negative at all. I'm saying that if you want to just start reading, like so many people do, pick something that speaks to you, start with an oracle. If you really want to read the tarot, absolutely. Rider-Waite-Smith is the way to go. In fact, there's a beautiful kit, Pamela Coleman commemorative, that comes with a deck and 2 books and a little casting layout thing and a little bag for the tarot, and it comes in a box, and to get that is only like $2 or $3 more than it would have been to buy the deck and book separate anyway.
I think we did a review of that in one of our brooms, and if I find it, I'll put the link up in this video. So
to the Rider-Waite-Smith
so you can find it. Yeah.
So if you want to start the tarot, absolutely start with that one. Don't start with some lunatic, crazy one, because it won't make any sense to you. But once you learn the language of the tarot, you can translate it to any other deck, meaning that now you know why there are 4 minor arcana suits, and you understand a little bit about numerology, and you could, translate what you know into one of the crazy abstract,
They're all crazy. Some have, but we've got tarot on pretty much everything from...
you name it. We have goth,
unicorns, vampires,
unicorns,
dragons, gummy bears, baseball.
Baseball, dragons. But if you start with Rider-Waite-Smith, you'll be able to translate that.
It's a good idea to understand the basics first. Everybody learns in a trainer, don't they? In a plane, they don't just put you in a multi-engined jet to do your initial pilot training, so to speak. So. So good. We've seen lots of comments. Lisa's reading lots and lots of comments.
Sean's written me a book.
Books are good too. We recommend books. In fact, we wrote one. But yeah, no, it's really, really, really worth digging in there, and it's something that we do suggest, certainly within our Craft of the Wise training, that it's something that every self-respecting witch should really probably have a little bit
some
of a
sort of
on.
Divination.
Yeah, a divination tool, whatever it is. But the tarot is a great one because there's a whole school of established wisdom around it, and so it's there's a bigger knowledge base. I think would be the best way to describe it. A lot of wisdom, a lot of learned people have really got into that and quite. And so yeah.
So I think the point of my talk is, we have something for everyone. Everybody wants to read now. If you want to take a deck home and read today, an oracle might be a good thing for you. If you want to become an amazing tarot reader, you need to learn to speak that language. That's the point. I'm not saying that oracles are invalid psychic tools. They're fantastic and amazing. Like I said, Hannah, who's reading today, is fantastic.
And there are some absolute exquisite pieces of art apart from
oh my God, yeah.
And wonderful sort of beautiful divination systems. But an oracle it's just that. It's somebody's come up with their system. It is
not a tarot.
Here's how you go. You get your cards, you look in the book kind of thing, So it's kind of interesting. But the tarot doesn't come with an instruction book. So, not generally, not if you just buy a book. They have a little pamphlet, tiny little pamphlet with it and what have you.
Melanie says she has a question about yesterday's card. How can it be about travel if there's no method of propulsion? Well, the two sphinx in the front are like the horses that would pull the chariot. And it is in a time out of time. So we don't know. Maybe quartz crystal is propelling the chariot.
Dilithium crystals, Jim.
Right. So it just depends on how you look at it. I always say that, the chariot looks like a big stone thing. I don't know how they're going to pull it, but I don't know what kind of magic the Sphinx has.
Well, sphinxes are, magical creatures.
Magical creatures.
You don't meet them very often, do you? Although there is a story there.
In fact, that's a cool thing if you want to study the precession of the equinoxes. And I know, Melanie, you're a Leo. So Sphinx would have been the age of Leo, but not most recently, more like 72,000 years ago. They believe it was probably,
Fascinating.
Quite a cycle of things. Anyway.
Fascinating.
So yeah.
I suppose we should probably, we've been wittering on for ages.
Well, it's
so we
an
should
important
probably
thing.
Pull a card.
But we want to encourage people to express themselves psychically. We want to encourage people to dig into things. It's what a blessing of amazement when you have an aha moment and go, why didn't I see that before? All right, card of the day.
Look what we got.
The sun.
That's cool. You might have saw when I snuck that out. I put my hand in and pulled it out.
Well, it's interesting
that'll
because
do nicely.
I feel very sunny today. I've got sunny earrings and my sunny T-shirt, and I'm trying to keep a sunny disposition.
Yes, so even though you are in immense pain.
Owie. All right, so a reading with this card, not describing to you what's on the card, although I would like you to notice that the feather in the little guy's cap is as big as the Fool's. So to me, this card is about rebirth. It's later on in the deck, so it comes well after the death card that also has a feather in his cap. So I think there's an energy of renewal and resurrection for today, not just because it's a nice sunny day and you finally feel like you're getting some, spring into summer. But I'm going to say today is about renewal, vitality, and enjoying the light of the sun. And if you can get out there and get some rays today, do it. You will feel restored. That's my reading for today.
Absolutely. Love this card. Very, future's so bright, you got to wear shades kind of thing. It is. It's about renewal. He's risen, as they say. But there you go. The wall is behind you. The wall is behind you. Move forwards. Do not re-engage the wall. Walk into the light and enjoy today. Carpe diem, I think is the word.
Seize the day.
Seize the day. Let's do that. And let's seize the cat while we're on as well.
And she just wants to stick her tail in the coffee or the candle.
She's just so obsessive, and she doesn't help.
Stinky little thing.
She's beyond stinky. Guys, thank you so much for watching us today. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. Please tell your friends all about us and all that fun stuff. We're working hard to try and be less of a well-kept secret.
So Melanie's saying all kinds of things. Well, Melanie, maybe it's time to buy the pictorial key and find out more.
Find out more. Yes.
All right. Thank you all very much. We'll see you next Wednesday for the free readings, and I will change the date on the Facebook account. Yes.
Do apologize, but as you know, we tell people a lot when they come to see us, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody. So a bit of self-care is necessary today. We've got to go and get your knee sorted. Go and get your darn knee sorted. So thank you so very much for watching.